What's going on, everyone? It's Tyler Shelton. This is Coffee Wood, the Beauty Reviewer. Thank you so much for watching my video. And I just want to say that this is a very first episode from my DCEU review series leading up to the Justice League, which I'm absolutely looking forward to. So, with that out of the way, let's get started with today's video. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching my channel, and please like and comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel as it really helps me out. And let's get started with today's video. So Man of Steel stars Henry Cavill, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, and I gotta tell you, this is a very unique take on the Man of Tomorrow, Superman. And when I first heard that we were going to get more kind of like a gritty version of Superman, I was a little bit, I'm not sure how I felt about that, but I grew up watching a lot of superheroes in my time, and yeah, some of my very first experiences in the theater when it comes down to like superhero movies, because back in those days, the movies, they were more kind of like on the campy side. Like, you didn't have to take it so seriously. But it was not until, I would say, the second Spider-Man came out, that was within the Tobey Maguire series, that they found a way to keep it campy, but they also made a way to feel it kind of serious at the same time. And so, movies like that, then you also got the X-Men franchise. They just paved the way for us to take comic book movies to a whole new light. They did the same thing for Batman, and not only that, this movie is directed by Zack Snyder, which is the guy that gave us the likes of, well, a lot of darker movies, but you also got like Watchmen, and we got Justice League coming out soon. But this is Zack Snyder's vision, and he wanted to take on kind of like more of a serious tone to Superman himself. He wanted to tackle the origin of Superman, and we've had lots and lots and lots of Superman movies in the past. Like, you got Reeves and you got Brendan Routh. So like, there's already been several actors that have portrayed the Man of Tomorrow himself. But when I heard that Henry Cavill was going to play this role, I'm all like, no, there's no way. Because the first time I've ever known about this actor, it was actually from back in his younger days when he was in The Count of Monte Cristo with Jim Caviezel. And he was just this scrawny, skinny little kid. And I'm all like, how is he going to do this? And I knew that he was just maybe like about the same height as my dad, which is like 6'0", or I don't know, I don't remember how tall he is, but I remember that he's actually shorter than Ben Affleck. And so I'm all like, how can he pull this off? Because he's supposed to be a lot bulkier and a lot taller than Batman. But you know what? Henry Cavill proved to be wrong, because when I saw the first images of him, I'm all like, you got me sold. You got me sold. But Henry Cavill himself, he really did such an incredible job. He made the character be more grounded. He made him more human. And that's just one thing that I really appreciated in this movie, because to this day, I would actually prefer Man of Steel over a vast majority of the DCEU movies, only because that it feels like that this movie is actually aging well in time. But when you got the likes of like Batman vs. Superman, that's kind of an odd one for me. But no, without a doubt, Man of Steel is definitely one of the strongest ones in this franchise. And I think they did a really good job kicking off the DCEU with this one. So like, you got Superman's origins, and not only that, you also got Russell Crowe playing Jor-El. And so I just really appreciated that they did that they dived much deeper into the alien side of Superman, that he's kind of like understanding what it means to also be the best of both worlds, being both an alien and a human. But I just really liked how they just kind of like conveyed his characteristics. No, because he really didn't stand for everything that we all know him to be as, but we definitely know that he stood for truth and justice. And we'll talk more about the whole Man of Tomorrow. We'll talk more about, like, he's the man of America, because it really didn't feel like that we got that Superman that we all wanted to see. But I still have to really give props to where they were just trying to tackle more of the human side of Superman. Not only that they were also trying to tackle just kind of like his alien side with his father, because his father was trying to pave the way for him to be more kind of like a symbol of hope. And I thought that was a nice little nod that was just kind of like easing in the origin story, because it felt like it was kind of like a slow burn origin story about this character, that you can definitely tell that he is going through a lot of hardship, because like he's an indestructible person, but he was actually being hurt from the inside. He felt like an outcast. And that's just one thing I really appreciated, how they just kind of like showed like these different times of his lives where when he was just a little kid, he was bullied. Like, he could not get hurt because he got punched in the face a couple times. He got shoved. He's just been abused by bullies, but he can't get hurt. But you could definitely tell that he was getting hurt on the inside. And that's the part that really touched his human side. It really showed that he is taking the high road. He's being the Superman that we all want him to be. But in this case, that I also have to give props to Kevin Costner for playing a really great Jonathan Kent, because in previous movies we really never had the chance to kind of like understand the minds of his adoptive parents. And I just really loved what Kevin Costner and Diane Lane did for being his adoptive parents. They did just a really great job conveying just kind of like their humane side, that they feel like that it's not time for him in his time of life to show the world who he really is. But Jonathan Kent, he's going like, let me die, you keep your secret, but when the time comes, people will open arms for you. But with that out of the way, I also have to talk about the main villain of this movie, General Zod. And oh my gosh, when it comes down to DC villains, I would definitely place this guy to be like in the top 5 villains in all of DC movies, because not just for like how very dangerous he was, but he actually conveyed kind of like an actual understanding that Krypton was dying. He knew it was happening, but he was kind of like the yin to the yang to Kal-El's dad. Like, they both knew what was going to happen to Krypton, but Superman's dad wanted to take it more kind of like a civilized way, but Zod, he wanted to do it in a coup-d'etat way, that he wanted to like lead by example. He really wanted to save his race, and you could actually get behind that, because I think that's a very noble thing. But he was just misinformed. He was doing it in a very evil way, and you know that Superman had to stop him. Superman is a character that doesn't kill. He would only break bones, but he has never killed. But the thing is that even the man himself, in recent years, comic book writers, they've just been trying to find out ways how they can also kind of like showcase kind of like the case of black and white, of like what is right, what is wrong, and just the fact that there's been several times that Superman has killed in recent years. Like, but in this case, when this movie came out, it was a very controversial moment. And I remember seeing this movie with a couple of my friends from church, and we were stunned. in the moment when we saw Zod using heat vision, and this is just like right after all the destruction happened in Metropolis. Like, that was another thing that just kind of like made us go like, Superman would typically take the villain and go to an area where no one would get hurt and there would be no collateral damage, but they threw that out. They just let it all out in this big destructive collateral damage fiasco between two kryptonites, and just the fact that General Zod, he used heat vision to kill a family, a mother, a father, and a child. And Superman, he had him like locked up like this, and he's telling him not to do it. And I'm like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. But you knew that it had to be done. I mean, regardless if Superman doesn't kill, but once when you see him getting too close with that heat vision on the family, he knew right there that either one of them had to die. And that's kind of like, I think that's the real human side of Superman, because he knew what he needed to do, but he just didn't want to kill. But he was all like, I have to, for the sake of more people that will live, and for this family not to be killed by a maniac. But then he just snaps his head, falls flat, and this is the moment that I think that just really conveys the real emotion that went through his mind and through his soul, through every part of his body. He just felt the stress of killing someone that actually came from his own planet. He just let out a big, massive yell where it actually echoed all around the area. You could really see the emotion. He really conveyed just that anger, just that moment of knowing that he just killed a fellow relative from his own planet, but he had to do what he had to do. And that's just one thing I've always enjoyed about these kind of movies, especially when it comes to DC, because I love Marvel, I really do. But when it comes down to kind of like storytelling, I really have to give that to DC, because they just really know how to do some excellent storytelling. And I think that's the reason why I like this one so much, is that they really conveyed some good, excellent storytelling. They were showing the motives of the characters. They were showing emotion, and there was an art to it. And I just have to say that this movie is just one of the most unforgettable movies in recent memory, and I just cannot wait to see Henry Cavill show more amazing Superman moments in Justice League. And he actually looks way better in the black suit. I mean, as much as I love his red and blue suit, but seeing him in the black suit, I am so excited. And he looks like he's gonna be OP. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. And the last thing I want to tell you is that I thought about this movie a lot, and I just had to tell you what my ranking would be, and it is a 8.2. So that is my review for Man of Steel, starring Henry Cavill. And I just want to say thank you again for watching this video, and if you have not yet done so, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps us out here. And if you liked what you saw, please press the like button. And also please just let everyone know about the case of autism, that being autistic, it's not a disability, it's a privilege. And me being autistic, I'm different. But you know what? Look what I'm doing right now. I'm happily married. I own an incredible house. I have a beautiful daughter, and I work such a great job. I just like to use my own example, my own success story, to convey to you guys that there's always an upside for being autistic. And so with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.